grip is really important. Like, so hanging is like one of the most important things I think you can do with somebody, but it has to be a gradual, progressive thing, right? So if you can hang for longer, then you can anchor better for longer, and then you can create these positions that you don't need the ground for. So you have a suspension of different parts of the, the lungs. Let's just say pump handle and dorsal rostral, but like hanging is really one of these things that it's just hard for people. So having an assisted progression of how to get people to hang better and breathe better in hanging is one of the biggest bangs for your buck you can do. So like, to me, that becomes its own assessment and progression that's going to get a lot of what we're looking for. It's just that it might be limited to how long they can spend time in that position. But I don't think it's hard in the way that, like, gravity is not beating you down as much in hanging, because you're usually going to be in this vertical position. But it's going to be the grip that gives out before you can actually focus on the expansion the way you want to. But if you get really good at hanging, right, like gymnastic stuff, then I've been messing around with like going into like a supported German hang is a really good one to get that full, getting closer to full shoulder extension. And then you can just feel this compression here that you have to breathe and open.
Yeah.
And then doing something where you're like inverting yourself in a ball, but you're holding the bar here and here. So now I'm in an inversion and I'm supinated, externally rotated on the left relative to the right, but my hands will be in a position where they're in front of that 0, so like 0 to 60. So if you can spend some time there and breathe there, then you get this expansion in the dorsal rostral in a way that, is unique to other positions. But can you get there? Can you spend time there? You're going to not be so high threshold because you're in a fight or flight, they don't fall on your head, right? All of those things play a role.
Yeah.
One of the things I'm going to start using more when we get back into the clinic is that I have that strap that hangs off of the stall bars.
Oh, yeah.
And that's, if you can get people again to relax there, it's a great inversion that takes away some of the things that even just being like on your forearms in like a downward dog type of inversion, it's just too hard for people not to shrug and load. Like, just the gravity, they're not good enough to do that. But you put the strap in the right place on the hips and it assists them, and they can spend some time there breathing, and it's just easier to maybe feel some of the expansion.
Yeah. And it's like how, like, I've seen people use the glute ham raise and just like hang people off of glute ham raise.
Yeah.
Similar.
Yeah, I agree. I use the stall bars like the glute ham raise a lot, where I'll just hook people's heels in there, and then I can hang them off of those plyo boxes. But I like the strap if people feel confident enough in it, because you can get into positions there where you are sort of like an inverted child's pose. So you can get both like a compression belly to thigh and inversion, and that can be really helpful. And you can even reach with the forearms, but you're not actually like making compressive contact with the ground. It's like you're almost reaching to the ground to just make initial contact.
Yeah.